Hey, welcome to season 19, or is it 20? Whatever. Of Chad's Beer Reviews, back in the saddle. In case you missed it, I said I'm just gonna upload reviews every once in a while, maybe once a week, twice a week, maybe, if that often. And I'm only gonna review beers that I'm inclined to believe are gonna be pretty good. So, no Keystone Ice or something like that. That'll be on the blog. Check out chadsbeerreviews.com for that. But for video, I'm trying to stick with the good stuff. Anyways, this is a beer everybody around the Albany area has been clamoring for. Maine Beer Company's Lunch IPA. It's 7% ABV. If it would focus. And it was bottled on August 13th. So it's 15 days old as of right now. So I already poured it. It's very hot and humid out, so it's very sweaty glass. Looks nice on camera. It's even more orange, more like a flame color in real life. Although it is really completely opaque, you can't see through it. Had a little bit of a bigger head. It's like white, frothy. Aroma, it smells just like Heady Topper. I've found a lot of these New England IPAs are very Heady Topper-ish. Hill Farmstead, Lawson's Finest Liquids, Maine. I had their Mo Pale Ale, which was, I think it was like a 4.5 Pale Ale. It was pretty much the same aroma as this. I'm thinking it's basically the light version of this. Yeah, it's very tropical, but it's also very herbal. I get garlic and onions off this, and flowers. Definitely floral, tropical fruit, herbal. Smells really refreshing. I hope it is, because it's really hot and humid out. So let's dig into this. Cheers. Yeah. It's basically a Heady Topper clone. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of these New England beers, or New England IPAs, I should say, very, very similar. I'm not to say they're bad. In fact, I've liked all of them. In fact, I'd give them all at least a 9. So this is very similar. If you can't get Heady Topper, might want to try, see if you can get this one instead. Big, juicy fruit notes, but that strong garlic and onion spiciness on the back end. It's bitter throughout the whole thing. More on the finish than up front. There is a definite kind of caramel, amber maltiness to it. Not particularly sweet, but nothing mild or anything either. It's got a nice bitterness level. Like I said, it's constantly bitter, but it's not absurdly bitter. It's not ridiculously bitter. This is only a single IPA after all, so it's only, like I said, it's only 7% ABV. It looks like it's this is bottle conditioned. So I should harvest the yeast ferments. I wonder if they use the same yeast as Heady Topper. I wonder if all these New England breweries are using the same yeast strain. Might account for these beers being so similar. Yeah, it's such an odd mixture of kind of stone fruit up front, and then garlic, herbal, saffron, green onion, cilantro, scallion on the back end. I wish I had some Italian food to go with this, like shrimp scampi or something like that. I think that'd be great with this. Although as a lunch beer, which is how I'm drinking it now, it's perfectly fine. 7% ABV. There's, usually most beers that light, quote unquote, you don't really tend to get a whole lot of alcohol out of. I definitely don't on this one. And it's got plenty of body. It's pretty, pretty full-bodied beer, pretty robust. It's very soft and smooth in the mouth. Really easy to go down. It finishes, fairly clean. There's a little bit of like a dry herbal aftertaste. It's really tolerable. Basically, every time you take a swig, you just wash that away, and it's nice. It's actually refreshing for that moment there while it's right across the tongue. So it's nice. Yeah, this is a good beer. I think I'd probably score it a little higher if I hadn't already had like 𝗪𝗛𝗏𝗏 and Hill Farmstead and Lawson's Finest Liquids and stuff, because now this is almost like this palate is like almost like cliche to me. Like I've had this type of beer like so many times now. So like a year or 2 years ago, this would have blew my socks off. Right now, I think it's really, really good beer. But I'm only gonna give this an 8 out of 10 for the lunch. Definitely really good beer, high drinkability, maybe a little easier to come by than 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏, I'm not sure. One thing I wanted to just point out, I don't know if you guys can see this. The bottle is like, it's almost like European, where it's like an olive green and not truly brown. I don't know if you can see that in the sunlight. That's kind of annoying. This does look like a European bottle. I wonder if they're just like recycling like 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 and other type of bottles or whatever. Anyways, going pretty long here. Thanks for watching this episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Again, 8 out of 10 for the main beer company lunch. I'll have all the links in the description box, so thanks for watching. I will see you whenever. Cheers.